Welcome back to Wellbeing. So I've noticed a lot of people like to drink cold water after they've eaten something, and truthfully speaking, we were a part of that group until a few years ago. So is it good to drink cold water after you eat something? No, it is very bad. But why is it bad? Now that is the question I will try to answer through this video. So I will list out the biggest disadvantages or problems that you will face if you drink cold water or even eat ice cream or anything cold like that after eating something. So I will be giving you a total of 5 points. So let's get started with the first one. It gives you major indigestion and bloating problems. But how? Well, cold water is very easily able to solidify, or if you want more scientifically, de-emulsify the fat content in your food, which stops it from getting digested properly. So basically the fats that should have been digested present in your food are in small molecules. But when you drink cold water, anything cold for that matter, joins those small molecules together to form a big lump which cannot be digested. Now, this is one problem. This causes bloating, acidity, indigestion, constipation, everything, because it could not digest properly. But where does this undigested fat go? Yes, come on. Charbi. It turns to belly fat, the very thing that everyone hates. So, you want to get slimmer? Don't drink cold water or anything cold after you eat something. On to the next point. It kind of freezes your brain and causes dizziness. Now, what does freezes your brain mean? It sounds a little over the top, right? But not exactly. What it does is it has somewhat the same effect alcohol would, but in a much less temporary manner. It stops your physiological thinking process and it makes you feel dizzy. You might have noticed this. If you drink cold water after eating, you suddenly stop thinking. It goes silent for a while and you feel a little bit dizzy. You want to sit down. This is not good. Okay, it may feel temporarily good, but it is not good. And this can actually lead to much bigger problems like migraines or headaches in the long run. So, on to the next point. It aggravates your thirst. You're like, what? Water. Drinking water will increase my thirst? Yes, not normal water. If you drink cold water, it actually increases your thirst instead of quenching it, which was the main reason why you drank that water. So basically, drinking cold water is pretty much useless. On to the next point. What is the next point?
Deprived of nutrients.
Deprived of nutrients. Now this actually connects back to the first point that I said. Now, when you drink cold water, our body has a specific capability, you can say, to maintain your body at a specific temperature, if you would have read. So when you drink cold water, your body suddenly changes temperatures. Now, what your body does is it applies energy from its side to bring that temperature back to normal. Which means the energy that should have been used to digest the food is being used to bring the temperature back to normal. Which means that at that time the digestion process is not as strong and therefore the nutrients that should have been digested there are not getting digested and are actually being wasted, which is not good. So the amount of nutrients that you could have gained is actually less than what you actually ate. Sorry, reverse that. What you actually gained is less than what you should have gained just because it was wasting that energy and bringing the temperature back to normal. Okay, last point. Drinking cold water after eating something slows down your heart rate. What? Yes it does. So what this basically means is there is a special nerve in your heart called the vagus nerve. Not Las Vegas, VAGUS, the vagus nerve, which ensures that your body maintains a consistent, or your heart maintains a consistent heart rate, or BPM, beats per minute, that your watch or something measures. Now, what drinking cold water does is it disrupts the function of the vagus nerve, thus slowing down your heart rate. Now, this can be dangerous in a lot of situations, which not necessary to be mentioned. It can even cause a heart attack. but that is not where we are going. Even slowing down your heart rate from the normal level is dangerous, and therefore drinking cold water for the short term pleasure is just not worth it, because it can have very, very harmful and dangerous effects in the long run. So that are the points I present from my side to prove that cold water, or anything cold for that matter, after you eat something can be very dangerous for you. Now, I think I mentioned 5 points, or was it 6? Only one way to find out. Go back, watch the video again, this time count it out and put it in the comments. Now, a few more points not exactly related to the video. One, as I said, cold water is dangerous to drink after eating something, but the truth is refrigerated water is dangerous to drink anytime. Okay, even without eating something, if you drink refrigerated water, it can be very dangerous for you because it has absolutely no nutrients whatsoever. A good alternative for that, as you may have seen before, is either you use a copper vessel type thing in which you store the water to remineralize it, or the best one is using a mud pot, like the traditional times. Use a mud pot, it keeps the water cool and it also has nutrition in it. An even better thing, you put some khasroot into that mud pot and it will even give you more nutrients and even some flavor. Okay, so oh yeah, and if you want to have ice cream, I love ice cream, you love ice cream. If you want to have ice cream, give a gap. How much gap?
2 hours maybe.
Okay, give a gap of about 2 hours between your meal and ice cream. You can wait that long, the ice cream ain't going anywhere. Okay, so the best of luck for you for, I don't know, everything. We'll see you in our next video. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment down below how many points they were. Come on, you can do it.